Welcome to Career Journeys, a series of videos by the Consortium for Public Education. Here we explore the career experiences and pathways of professionals from a wide variety of careers to help you think about the skills you'll need and the paths you might take after high school.
Hi, I'm Debbie Pixton with the Consortium for Public Education. Today I'm interviewing Megan Troxell, a senior manager at Grossman, Yanak Ford. Thank you so much for joining us, Megan.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk with you.
Megan, tell me about your company and your role there. What do you do as a senior manager?
So my company, Grossman, Jannik Ford, is a public accounting firm. So that means primarily for my role that I'm doing audits of companies. And so we're going into as an independent third party that's going in and we're giving an opinion on the financial statements of organizations. So we're primarily working with privately held companies and nonprofit organizations, and we do those services for them. And beyond the audit work that we do a lot of consulting and business advising for really anything that accounting related that a company might want to have our assistance with.
Megan, what are some things that have surprised you about working in accounting?
The biggest surprise is that there's still a big element of teaching that is involved with it. I have, in my family, there are a lot of teachers. And when I went to college, I said, teaching is not something that I'm interested in doing. It's not something I feel like I'm very gifted at. And so it wasn't something that I really pursued at all. And so I learned all of the accounting and the textbook knowledge and all of that. And then getting into the real world, realized that as you progress in your career, you're continually teaching people, either the people that you supervise, or in many cases, you're even advising and teaching your clients. So it's really important to understand all of the accounting theory yourself, but then also be able to convey that information to somebody else.
Megan, so can you help us understand kind of how accounting is different from finance or economics, other kinds of related fields?
At the very basics, I would say that it's bookkeeping and accounting for what has already happened, recording the sales and the expenses in a business and keeping track of everything. And then the other fields that you're talking about, finance or economics, a lot of that is data analysis and looking forward, predicting what is going to happen in the future, using some of the data that you have to predict that, but it's a little bit more uncertain. So I would say the accounting is looking backwards, whereas some of the finance and economics is looking forward. One thing I think that is interesting about accounting is that there is a lot of analysis that you do to inform your decisions for going forward. And so strong analytical skills are really important, and being able to pick up on trends and things so that you can make important business decisions for going forward.
What are some skills that make you good at your job?
So I think one that is obvious is being organized and meticulous, accurate. That's something those are some skills that a lot of people would say that accountants have. And I alluded to earlier, I think that being analytical is really important. Having a strong grasp of math skills, but accounting is not rocket science. So you do not need to be a genius at calculus to be able to do accounting. There's a lot that you can do with pretty much basic math skills. So I would encourage anybody who has that sort of analytical mind to look at accounting. Beyond some of those basics that people think of that are stereotypes of accountants would be the interpersonal skills, I think, are really important as well, because we're serving clients. So you need to be able to communicate well with clients, relay whatever information that you need to relay to them, you need to be able to listen to them so that you can understand how their business works and how you can best do your job in providing an opinion about their financial statements.
Megan, if I'm a high school student and I'm thinking accounting might be a good fit for me, what questions should I ask myself to help me make that kind of decision?
So I think what you can ask yourself if you are thinking about becoming an accountant is being client-oriented and service-oriented something that is desirable for me? Do I want to interact with clients and serve them well? And then the follow-up to that is, do I have the skills, or can I get the skills? Can I gain the skills to deliver on that? Can I have the technical expertise to help advise them and serve them, answer their questions, and help them run their business as well? So I think those two things going together, being client service oriented and technical and analytical, putting those two things together, are those skills that you have or that you can get, that you can learn how to do those things to deliver well to your clients.
Megan, what's a piece of advice you would give to anyone who's thinking about pursuing a career in accounting?
I think pursuing a career in accounting, you cannot go wrong because anything that you learn from accounting is easily going to translate to whatever you end up doing. So even if you start out in accounting, work for 1, 2, 3 years and decide that it is not totally the career for you, you're going to have a really good base of understanding a business and how it works, and be able to springboard from there. So you'll just have that base knowledge that'll be able to translate anywhere. So it is an incredibly good first step towards anything that you want to do going forward. One other piece of advice that I would have is to be ready to continually learn. So you're going to learn from your clients about their businesses, because each business is unique. And then even in the accounting industry, it's constantly changing, constantly adapting and changing the standards about how we report information so that it's best understandable by the users and the readers of financial statements. So there's lots of learning that continues once you graduate from college or a business program. That's not where your learning doesn't stop there. You're going to continue to learn and to grow in your career over the whole course of your career.
Megan, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
For more information or to learn about other careers in the Career Journey series, visit our website and check back soon for our next installment. Thanks!